I'm an overpacker. The main suitcase, but that ain't all. I got other stuff too. Get in there. Nice. I just make sure, usually when I get done with everything, I make like a little run through, make sure I got everything, so. Boot it on up. You can gotta kind of play Tetris with it, you know what I mean? It's like a little game. Have fun while you pack.
This feels like college all over.
It does. Great sleep matters, so I'll be getting great sleep with that phone. Yes.
Go Steelers. Thanks for taking my husband for 3 weeks.
We'll make this work.
This is all normal.
Oh yeah, it looks like that looks a little deformed, but it works. That's it. Got everything. Ready to rock? Bye. Love you.
Love you. Good luck.
Let's go do it.
Yes. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Yes, couple days.
Love you.
Love you too. On to Latrobe, let's do it.
City of Champions.
And he's set. Let's go. Touchdown, Steelers.
The standard is the standard.
This year marks the 56th time the Steelers have packed up and made their way to St. Vincent College in Latrobe, Pennsylvania for training camp.
Here we go. This is what we've been waiting for. You can feel the anticipation here on campus. It's always, I know a lot of you, a lot of our listeners, a lot of people out there in Steeler Nation, they plan this part of their summer.
We got a new deal for a Steeler that was really, really good on his first contract.
Yeah, another year, another blockbuster deal for an edge rusher for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I love being here, love playing for this defense, just the system that I'm in, just the coaching staff, everybody, just year by year, I've continued to get better. I know that my best ball is in front of me, and I feel like I'm a Steeler through and through. I don't think it hit me until like 3 or 4 days after. Just so thankful to the Steelers organization and everybody. First off, for taking a chance on me 3 years ago, but now, being able to be here for the next 4 years is just such a blessing. And so, I'm ready to get to work and get after it.
Hello?
Hello, hello.
Hi, are you already up?
I'm on the way to Latrobe right now.
You report in the morning. I thought you reported in the afternoon.
I'll let you know when we get there.
All right. Enjoy. Love you, son.
Love you too.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Usually like to call the fam whenever I'm on the way down there. Let them know I'm on the way down. So it's just thankful for both my parents, and they come to almost every game, and they're going to come down to some camp practices too. So I'm looking forward to seeing them there.
Hey.
Hey, hello. I just want to let you know we're on the way down, and so I'll let y'all know whenever I get down there.
All right, love you.
All right, love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Time to crank up that morning gospel, baby. Let's do it. It's a blessing to be here in this city, and I feel like, I value hardworking people, and I feel like I'm one of those people, and so to be here for the next 4 years, like I said, is such a blessing, and I can't wait. Last year was my first time being at Latrobe. The first couple of years, having it at Heinz Field was, Latrobe was definitely a lot different. It definitely feel like it feels a lot more like camp. You're there in the dorm rooms with the guys, but it was a lot of fun. The fans being there every day, and just the camaraderie with the guys. Just play ball. I can't wait for this season. It's going to be a special one. So it starts today. Yeah. This is me. Yeah. This is me. Made it to Latrobe, year 4. It's time to work.
Throughout the day, players arrived and moved into Rooney Hall, the dorm they will call home for the next 3 weeks. Joey Porter Jr. used to spend summers here as a ball boy and watching his dad, former linebacker Joey Porter Sr.
We'll check in, Joey.
Yeah, I got to sign real quick, then I'll come right back out. I got you.
Before Porter Jr.'s first camp as a pro, he had business to take care of, signing his rookie contract. Many players brought the creature comforts of home, including punter Pressley Harvin III, who brought his massage chair. For Harvin, now in his 3rd season, arriving in style is nothing new to him. Before getting back to work, he spent the last month of his off-season working on his other passion, cars.
Ever since I was a little kid, I always liked taking cars and stuff apart and trying to put them back together. Just trying to build small stuff like that. And my mom would always take me to NASCAR races growing up and, just seeing how fast these cars could go and all. High school and college, I started learning more and more about cars. Got to Atlanta, Georgia when I went to Georgia Tech. And that's really where I started putting my passion and my love for cars on display. Started working on my own when I was in college, freshman, sophomore year. So doing small stuff like painting wheels, putting decals on and stuff like that. It started out as a passion and then it started into something that I wanted to do myself. So when my senior year came around in college while I was declared for the draft, I opened up my own shop called 4th Down Customs. And I basically was in a 2-bedroom apartment. And I had a garage in the back, 1-car garage. I started working on my own car more to where I could trust myself and my abilities. Continue it on, and the next thing I know, I was having friends that I've known for a long time in the car community started coming to me, and it was something that I really, really enjoyed. We're here at the Holy Grail Garage on East Pittsburgh side of town. I found out about this place through my landlord, one of his best friends that he has. They really love cars. I didn't really know that Pittsburgh had the biggest car scene until I met these two guys, and the next thing I know, found this place. It's an old cathedral that he turned into a garage for him and a couple of his friends. Just excited to finally be able to be in here and use this venue for myself, and here to have a good time.
Harvin keeps a couple of his prized possessions in the Holy Grail Garage, including his fully customized SUV.
I knew satin black would have looked really, really good for a wrap color on that one. So it has a forged carbon fiber wrap on it that matches the interior true carbon fiber. Didn't really plan on it looking like a Steelers car at first, but the black and gold has always been something that is a really, really good combo for cars for me. So I wanted to do something a little bit different with it. The engine bay is really where it gets crazy. There's a lot of chrome underneath there, a lot of engine modifications to it. Titanium intake, the chrome billet aluminum supercharger that's on there. The engine has a camshaft in it. The valve train and the heads are upgraded. And it's a 6.2 liter V8 that's supercharged on it, the 2.4 liter supercharger on it. I was always trying to figure out different ways of how can I make it louder, how can I make it faster, how can I make it run better than stock. It's extremely fast. I mean, it's 0 to 60 in like 2.5 seconds. It gets going. A lot of people are scared to drive their cars when they do work to it, but I enjoy the cars and I'm not just gonna allow myself to do stuff to it and let it sit.
Harvin's most recent customization is his dream car.
The one right behind me, the code name for it is the P27 Warcat. It's a coupe, and that was the first purchase that I made my rookie year for myself, and that was the first car that I actually have in my name. So, it was a big thing for me. It was always a dream car. That's my joy and pride, and I've touched every single part of that car. I can't find anything else that hasn't really been touched on it yet. InShane Designs did the wrap on it, and it's based off of a P-40 Warhawk from World War II. I really was trying to do something different with this car, and I chose that because it also signifies a little bit of history as well as, looking mean and aggressive. But, that was a part of history that, I wanted to touch with. I always loved history and I wanted to, give a little bit of honor to that, as well as one of my best friends. He lost his father last year. He was a master sergeant in the military back home. And, I just wanted to do a little tribute for him as well as my dad on the car. So incorporated something in there that you guys will be able to see on it. I go back, I used to love airplanes when I was a little kid. I got a couple of pictures Me and my brother actually at a Shaw Air Force Base cockpit in one of the fighter jets that they had there. And, you know, it was just one of those things. I always liked things that went fast. Planes are one of the fastest things on the world. And, you know, I just wanted to try to mimic something and give a little bit of history back into it. Into the cockpit of the car, really, this thing is really centered around the driver of these things. To be able to own my own corporation, own shop one day. Hopefully, I would love to have it somewhere up here. I mean, because the best clientele you can have is players and teammates. And what other way to do it than someone in your locker room that you already trust because they're one of your brothers? Because working on cars is hard, and it's really hard to trust people. It's something that, you know, ties a lot of people together. You know, I have best friends right now that are going to be in my wedding from the car community. And, you know, just the pleasure that you get from being around people and getting to show them your ideas and things that you did to it. My dad always taught me one thing. He called it delayed gratification. Everybody else has their moment in time where they're on their own track and their own timeline. They might seem like they're in front of you, but, you know, I just continue to just learn more and more and more. And honestly, I wouldn't have wanted to do it any other way because I think I cherish these a lot more because of that and because of the way that he taught me of, you know, how to go through not just trying to get cars, but also life. That was one thing that he left me with ever since he passed. And I mean, my passion from that has just transpired on from there ever since.
With his cars parked in the garage for training camp, Harvin, like the rest of the team, has been focusing on his other passion, football.
The story fields of St. Vincent College here in Latrobe, Pennsylvania.
Time for football. It's training camp.
Pads go on. It's going to be full speed. It's going to be live action. This is the meat on the bone week of training camp.
Knowing the speed of the game, how to maintain your body. I mean, there's a mindset to it. There's a physicality to it. Expectations should be high.
One of the players that is used to the summer heat of Latrobe is seventh-year defensive tackle Larry Ogunjobi. Before arriving to camp, the veteran was training in his off-season home, Miami, Florida.
I've been living in Miami 4 years. Coming to Miami was a big deal for me because I had an old teammate. His name was Olivier Vernon, who was with me in Cleveland, and he brought me to Miami to train with him one off-season. And I kind of just fell in love with the training, the culture, the intensity, the heat, and just really the overall vibe. I think Miami has a certain swag and energy in the air, and once you get immersed in it, you just want to be a part of it. I grew up in North Carolina, Greensboro, North Carolina, and it's calm, it's quiet, it's a great place, and it's chill. But Miami is fast, everything's moving. You have, like I said, a melting pot of cultures. You just never know where that next influence or that next source of inspiration is going to come from.
The Miami lifestyle is a great fit for Ogunjobi, especially with one of his main off-the-field interests, fashion.
I really didn't know I liked fashion, but as I grew up and started playing football, and I just kind of fell in love with like looking good, dressing good, you know, just kind of presenting yourself in a certain way. I feel like your clothes can kind of, you know, speak to your vibe and your energy. There's nothing wrong with, you know, putting it on. So being in Miami, there's a lot of fashion sense, there's a lot of trends, there's a lot of, you know, just different vibes and looks. So you get a chance to kind of see what you like and then kind of curate your own. Coming to Miami, that's kind of what I did. You know, I found out what I liked, what I didn't like, what looked good on me, what didn't look good on me, and I just kind of made it work. This is fire though. Mike loved me, but then, you know, sometimes when I come in here, there's no sizes for me. That's why he's looking and smiling away. Put the camera on him.
Yeah.
I love art and artwork, and I think like fashion is a form of expression and art. Having a way to express yourself in a whole bunch of different ways is cool because it kind of speaks to your personality and the things you like. A lot of times, I just wear what looks good on me, to be honest. You know, I'll look at certain trends and certain styles, and just because of my body type, a lot of times you wouldn't think a D-tackle could wear certain clothes like this, but I do anyway. I think when you're able to kind of find your own style, your own sense, I feel like fashion is really whatever you want to make it. I don't think it's the price tag or how much you spend on the clothes. I think it's just you putting together what you like to wear, how you want to express yourself. And as long as you look in the mirror and I like the way you look, I feel like you're good. I really enjoy getting dressed up and putting on a suit. But at the same time, you know, when I wear like outfits like something like this, where you can kind of show your accessories, it just kind of depends on the vibe I'm going for. Fashion is a form of expression, you know, for you and yourself, just kind of what you want to do. You know, I don't think you should ever be super tied down to what people think or how they feel about what you're wearing, because they're not wearing it, you are.
After years of slick suits and fashionable fits, Ogunjobi plans to bring a new style to his looks moving forward.
I am Nigerian, so my mom kind of entertained the idea of trying to wear some more like some of our traditional garb, like Ankara or something of that nature, where it's like our formal wear. So I might play around with it and think about it, because I have a bunch of those clothes, I just never really thought to wear them. I think a couple guys who are Nigerian around the league have done it before, so I think it'll be cool. I feel like a lot of times when you start talking about like your passions and the things that you know you enjoy doing, people can kind of say that maybe you're unfocused or you're not locked in. But I think that's not true. I think it just shows that you know you're human. The best thing about athletes and what we do is that it's not just the sport we play, but it's also, you know, the things that we do outside of the sport that kind of make us all encompassing. When you want to be around the player, around the person, then you're gonna have, you know, depth and layers. I think if you look around the league, the players on our team, that every guy is not just football. You know, he has layers, he has things that he enjoys to do, which make him, ultimately make him the player that he is. And I think that should be celebrated, who guys really are, not just on the field, but off the field. When you can just be who you are, I feel like it allows you to play more freely, which allows you to, you know, play to your best ability.
Ogunjobi and the rest of the team had the opportunity to show off their abilities in prime time.
Hey, this take me back to them high school days. Y'all heard it here first. My dog Calvin, Friday Night Lights, stay tuned.
Practice number 8 for the Steelers in training camp 2023. Except we're not on campus tonight. We're at Memorial Stadium in Latrobe. That's about as picturesque a setting as it gets.
The Friday Night Lights practice at Latrobe Memorial Stadium is a training camp tradition that dates back to Coach Bill Cowher.
Getting a lot of new guys that are going to get their first experience. Tonight is a big night for them and a big night for the community. I can't wait to see it.
This has become a Steelers tradition. You can't think training camp without thinking about Friday Night Lights. Could be a lot of energy from start to finish. There's a lot to take in with this Steelers team. It's been fast and furious since we got out here. If Norman Rockwell painted high school football, this is what he would paint.
Here we go, Steelers, here we go.
This week, the team will be under the Friday Night Lights again in Tampa Bay, Florida, for their first preseason game, as the 2023 season gets ever nearer.